Let us continue atomic structure. In that hydrogen spectrum we will see. Now we will take hydrogen lamp. In the hydrogen lamp, hydrogen gas is present. Hydrogen lamp contains hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas contains hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen gas contains hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen molecules converting into hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen molecules converting into hydrogen atoms. In the hydrogen atoms, electrons absorbing energy and goes for excitation. Now, electrons present in different higher energy levels. Due to excitation, electrons go to different higher energy levels. They are coming for de-excitation. They are going for de-excitation. During de-excitation, they emit radiation. Emitted radiation is passed into prism. Then a spectrum is taken. Now we took a spectrum. In the spectrum, spectral lines present. In the spectrum, spectral lines present. Like this, spectral lines present. These spectral lines studied by many scientists. One of the scientists called Lyman. Lyman studied spectral lines in the hydrogen spectrum in ultraviolet region. That means in the ultraviolet region, in this hydrogen spectrum, spectral lines present in ultraviolet region. Then next scientist called Balmer. Balmer studied spectral lines in a visible region. That means this hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines in visible region. Then Paschen studied spectral lines in a near IR region. So hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines in near IR region. Then Brackett studied spectral lines in a IR region. Then Fund studied spectral lines in a far IR region. Therefore, hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines. We can say hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines in many regions. Ultraviolet region contains spectral lines. Visible region contains spectral lines. Near IR region means lower wavelength. IR region means higher wavelength. Far IR region means still higher wavelength. Okay, so in the infrared region, spectral lines present. Now, these many spectral lines present in the sense. These many spectral lines present in this hydrogen spectrum. Now, this spectral line, this spectral line is having any wavelength? Do you think that this spectral line is having wavelength? Do you think that this spectral line is having frequency? This spectral line, shall we say, is it having wave number? Is this spectral line having energy? What do you say? Now, shall we say this spectral line? That means each spectral line in hydrogen spectrum is having particular wavelength. They are having their own wavelength. Wavelength is there means we can say frequency is there, wave number is there, energy is there. Now, how to find a wavelength of a spectral line in the hydrogen spectrum? In the hydrogen spectrum, spectral lines present. How to find their respective wavelengths? How to find respective wave characteristics? How to find respective wave characteristics? For which Bohr gives a formula. Niels Bohr gives a formula to find a wavelength of spectral line in the hydrogen spectrum. So, for which what he says, how he derives the formula, that we will see. Now, Niels Bohr considers spectral line, a spectral line in hydrogen spectrum is obtained due to de-excitation of electron from higher energy level to lower energy level. Okay. So what Niels Bohr considered the point, you see how Niels Bohr considering the point. In the hydrogen spectrum, spectral line is present. Why the spectral line is obtained means electron jumping from higher energy level to lower energy level, while electron is emitting radiation. Due to that radiation, spectral line is obtained. This is Niels Bohr thought. Niels Bohr mind of view is this one. So what is the Niels Bohr mind of view? Niels Bohr took this hydrogen spectrum. It is experimentally obtained. He studied spectral lines in the hydrogen spectrum. He saw hydrogen spectrum. In the hydrogen spectrum, he saw spectral lines. Then why these spectral lines obtained? For which what he says, higher energy level electrons jumping to lower energy level while they emit radiation. While this emit radiation, due to that radiation, spectral line is obtained. That is Bohr's point of view. Using this point, Bohr gives what is the formula to find the wavelength of spectral line and etc. So as per Niels Bohr model, what we have to consider? We have to take higher energy level. Higher energy level we will take as E2. Then we will take a lower energy level. Lower energy level we will take as E1. Now we will see the difference between these two. Difference is minus. Difference between these two is called energy of quantum that is emitted. Energy of quantum that is emitted. So Niels Bohr considers this higher energy level. Higher energy level is E2. This lower energy level is E1. This difference is called emitted radiation. That radiation contains quantum. Quantum is having energy. That energy is h nu. That energy is called what? H nu. Quantum is having energy, that is h nu. So now we will take E2 is called higher energy level, E1 is called lower energy level. Difference between these two is nothing but emitted radiation. That emitted radiation contains quanta. We are considering singular quantum. For one we are considering. So it is one electron higher energy level. It is lower energy level of one electron. Difference between these two is one quantum. That quantum energy is how much means h nu. So now we will again see what we discussed so far. Now we will see again this one. That means we took hydrogen gas. From hydrogen gas we got this hydrogen spectrum. From hydrogen gas we got this hydrogen spectrum. By taking hydrogen lamp we got hydrogen spectrum. In the hydrogen spectrum, where the spectral lines present? In the Lyman series spectral lines present. In the now we will see again what we discussed so far. We will see again. You are asking, you have not understood. Sorry. Now we will take hydrogen lamp. Hydrogen lamp contains hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas contains hydrogen molecules. Hydrogen molecules we are converting them into hydrogen atoms by passing current. By passing current, hydrogen atoms electrons going for excitation. Excitation means hydrogen atoms, many hydrogen atoms are there. Those electrons absorbing energy and go to different higher energy levels. In the higher energy levels they are unstable. Therefore they are going for de-excitation. De-excitation means they will emit radiation. De-excitation means they will emit radiation. That radiation we will pass through prism. Through prism we are passing means prism will disperse the radiation. Due to dispersion we will get a spectrum. That spectrum is called hydrogen spectrum. Okay. Now hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines. Hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines. Who studied hydrogen spectrum? That means first Lyman studied hydrogen spectrum. Lyman observed spectral lines. Lyman observed spectral lines in which region means ultraviolet region. In the ultraviolet region, spectral lines present that is studied by Lyman, that is called the Lyman series. So hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines in ultraviolet region. Then Balmer. Balmer is a scientist. He also studied this hydrogen spectrum. He observed spectral lines in a visible region. Balmer studied spectral lines in visible region. In visible region, he studied spectral lines. So, hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines in visible region. In visible region, spectral lines present. Then Paschen. Paschen studied in near IR, bracket studied in IR, Fund studied in far IR. Now you say hydrogen spectrum contains how many spectral lines? Hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines means is it one spectral line or many spectral lines, shall we say? What do you say? Now you say hydrogen spectrum contains how many spectral lines? Shall we say one or shall we say many? What do you say? In the hydrogen spectrum, how many spectral lines present? In the hydrogen spectrum, how many spectral lines present do you say? Do you say one or many number of spectral lines present in hydrogen spectrum? For that, what is the evidence? That is, you are saying that many number of spectral lines present. So many number of spectral lines present. That's why, see, in the ultraviolet region, spectral lines present. In the visible region, hydrogen spectrum contains spectral lines. In near IR region, spectral lines present. Therefore, hydrogen spectrum contains many spectral lines. So they are coming under Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, bracket series, Fund series. So now here each spectral line. Now this spectral line is there means this spectral line is there means this spectral line will have particular wavelength. Wavelength is there means we can say frequency, wave number, energy, these and all we can say. Now how to find a wavelength of this spectral line? How to find the wavelength of this spectral line? For which Niels Bohr gives the formula. For giving the formula, Niels Bohr gives the derivation. Let us see that derivation. To see that derivation, now you see that here we got this spectral line because of emitted radiation. From how, which is emitting radiation? This higher energy level electron only emitting radiation, isn't it? So we are getting this spectral line because of emitted radiation. Which is emitted radiation? This higher energy level electron emitted radiation. Okay, this higher energy level electrons going for de-excitation while they are emitting radiation. Why higher energy level electron emitting radiation? Because stability is low. So higher energy level electron jumps to lower energy level while that electron emits radiation. That is the concept Niels Bohr took for giving derivation for wavelength of spectral line. So this spectral line we got because of this emitted radiation. Which is emitting this radiation? This higher energy level electron emitting radiation. Why it is emitting radiation? Because this stability is low. So it is jumping back to lower energy level. While it is jumping to lower energy level, it emits radiation. Due to that, we got spectral lines. Okay. So now we will take now we will take this point. What this point you say? What is this point you see? It is Niels Bohr thought a spectral line in hydrogen spectrum is obtained due to de-excitation of electron from higher energy level to lower energy level. It is a sentence is in singular form. Because why singular form we have taken means in order to understand easily. That's all. Okay, but actually if you see hydrogen spectrum contains infinity many spectral lines present in the hydrogen spectrum. We have considered one spectral line we considered. In a singular we have considered because easy for understanding. So now we are taking this hydrogen spectrum. In this hydrogen spectrum we are considering for example one spectral line. Why this spectral line is obtained means because this electron is jumping from this higher energy level to lower energy level. So this electron is jumping from higher energy level to lower energy level, so that we got a spectral line. Okay, now we will take this higher energy level as a E2. This E2 is called higher energy level. Then this lower energy level we will take it as E1. This lower energy level, we will take it as E1. So when electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, will it emit radiation? Yes. So when electron jumps from higher energy level to lower energy level, it will emit radiation. So higher energy level we will take it as E2, lower energy level we will take it as E1. The difference is called emitted energy, emitted radiation. Emitted radiation contains what? Quanta. In the singular form, we have taken quantum. Quantum is having energy, how much? H nu. Quantum is having energy, how much? H nu. Okay, have we got this idea? Now you say that, we are taking hydrogen spectrum by taking hydrogen lamp. Hydrogen lamp is glowing, so that is emitting radiation. Now, in that radiation contains quanta or not? Quanta present. In that we will take one quantum. How this quantum is emitted by hydrogen lamp? Because higher energy level electron jumps to lower energy level, therefore that electron has emitted quantum. This quantum is having energy. That energy is called h nu as per Planck's quantum theory. That means Niels Bohr considering which and all? See, Niels Bohr considering Planck's quantum theory. Otherwise, how he took h nu? H nu is given by Planck's quantum theory. So Niels Bohr considered Planck's quantum theory, and hydrogen spectrum is the experiment. Hydrogen spectrum he considered, then he is explaining this, isn't it? Sorry, okay. Now we will substitute this higher energy level. This higher energy level value we will substitute. That means higher energy level means the energy of electron. What is the energy of electron formula? Let us substitute formula of a higher energy level electron. E2 is called higher energy level electron. That means energy of electron in this level. E2 means energy of electron in this level. What is the formula to find the energy of electron? So, let us substitute energy of electron formula. Energy of electron formula is how much? Means 2 pi square m z square k square e power 4 by n square h square. It is the formula to find the energy of electron. So what is the formula to find the energy of electron? That is minus 2 pi square m z square k square e power 4 by n square h square. It is the formula. Here n is called, this n is called what? Means level. Which energy level? If n is equal to 1, first energy level or first orbit. If n is equal to 5, that is called fifth energy level or fifth orbit. Like this we will say. Now this n is representing this formula we substituted for this E2. E2 means it is not indicating second level, it indicates higher energy level. Now this higher energy level for which we will write this n also, higher energy level we will write, for this we will write n2. N2 means higher energy level. N2 is indicating a higher energy level, that's all. It is not indicating second energy level, it is indicating higher energy level. That means higher orbit, higher energy level it is indicating. Okay, higher orbit, that's what it indicates. Higher orbit, it indicates higher orbit. N2 is called higher energy level, otherwise higher orbit we can say. Next this minus we will write, this minus, then we will substitute E1. E1 is called lower energy level. This one is called, this one is nothing but what? Lower level, that's all. It is not indicating first level. This one is not indicating first level, it indicates lower level. E is called respective energy. So for this level energy will be there, that energy we will substitute, that is minus 2 pi square m z square k square e power 4 by n square h square. So in the place of E is called energy. Energy we substituted. It is the energy for which level? Means lower level. For lower level, we will represent simply N1 we will substitute. So what is N1? This N1 indicates a lower level. This N1 indicates lower level. That means a lower orbit. This N1 indicates lower level. That means lower orbit. Lower orbit. Lower orbit means it must be 1. That need not be. It can be any value. Okay. Whatever the thing, N2 should be greater than N1. Like that should be there. N2 is greater than N1. Suppose if we say N1 is 4th orbit, then N2 can be 5th or 6th or 7th, like this only. So how N2 should be there means N2 should be greater than N1. N2 is higher level, N1 is lower level. Like this we can take. Next, we will take that this equal to, we have written this Planck's constant h, we will write this nu, we will substitute as c by lambda. Now see, this nu is equal to what we substituted, in the sense c by lambda we substituted. In the place of nu we substituted c by lambda. Now let us take the common terms. Common terms outside we will take, and we will rewrite this equation. We will rewrite this equation. What we will get on rewriting and taking common terms, take out the common terms and rewrite the equation, we will get what, in the sense 1 by lambda is equal to 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. This we will get. Just this we got from where? You got from this. You rewrite this. Common terms take out. Common terms take outside and rewrite. You will get this formula. So you got this formula. Okay. So 1 by lambda is equal to 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square we got. Now in this one we will see, in this case if you see, this 2 is constant, this pi is constant, m is mass of electron constant, k is called proportionality constant, e is called magnitude of charge of electron, c is called velocity of light in vacuum, h is called Planck's constant. That means this term is completely constant. This term is completely constant. This constant term is taken as what means, this term is completely constant. This is completely a constant term. This constant term is taken as what means RH, which is called Rydberg's constant. It is called what means Rydberg's constant, we can say. This Rydberg's constant is equal to 2 pi square sorry. You are asking that this how we got this formula, you are asking. You are asking that how we got this formula, you are asking. For that case, you see that we have taken this one. In this case, what is the common terms? You see that the common terms is here 2, here also 2, here pi square, here also pi square. Okay, so common terms take outside and rewrite, you will get this formula, you will get. Okay, so we got this formula. In this formula, this rounded term is called constant term. This constant we have taken as a Rydberg's constant, that is 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube. Now these are constant terms. These constant terms let us substitute. That is 2 we have taken, pi is equal to 3.14, m is equal to mass of electron 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kilogram, k is called the proportionality constant 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square, e is called the magnitude of charge of electron 1.60 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb, then divided by c is called the velocity of light in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Then h is called Planck's constant. Planck's constant is 6.625 into 10 power minus 34 joule second, that cube. Okay, so all these are constant terms. So all the constant terms we substituted. Simplifying this, we will get Rydberg's constant. That Rydberg's constant is RH. That is how much means 1.1 into 10 to the power of 7. Here all the units are in SI system. So we will get a Rydberg's constant also in SI system. What is a unit means per meter we will get. So how we are getting per meter, that we will check it now. So what are the units are there? Those units we will take and we will check whether we are getting per meter or not. We will check it. Okay. So Rydberg's constant formula we will take and we will check whether the unit is per meter or not. We will check it. Okay. So Rydberg's constant formula is what? That is 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube. Now we will check unit alone. 2 is not having unit, pi is not having unit, m is called mass of electron, unit is kilogram in SI system. K is called proportionality constant in SI system. This unit is Newton meter square per coulomb square. Here power 2 is there, therefore square it. Then E is called charge of electron. Charge of electron unit is coulomb and power 4 is there, that power 4 will write. Then C is called velocity of light in vacuum. That unit is meter per second, that we have written in SI system. H is called Planck's constant. That unit is joule second, and the whole cube is there, whole cube we will write. Now we will cancel what are the common, what are the units we can cancel, that we can cancel it. Okay. Then joule is called energy unit. Joule is called energy unit. Energy is called work. Work is called force into displacement. Force unit is SI system is Newton. Displacement is meter. So Newton meter is called joule. Joule means SI unit of energy. Energy is called work done. Work done is called force into displacement. Force unit is in Newton in SI system. Displacement unit is meter in SI system. So Newton meter is called what? Joule. So in the place of joule, we can write Newton meter also we can write. Okay. So we will write kilogram, then Newton square, meter power 4, coulomb power minus 4, coulomb power 4 by meter per second. In the place of joule, we will write Newton meter. So Newton meter and second, and cube is there. So we will cube it. Okay, we will cube it. Now what are the things getting cancelled? You see, what are the things getting cancelled? Here Newton square is getting cancelled, means 1 Newton is remain. And meter power 3, meter power 1, so meter power 4. Coulomb is getting cancelled. And what is here getting cancelled? Per second is getting cancelled, means 1 second square is remain. So what is the remaining? Kilogram, Newton, second square is remaining. Okay, kilogram, Newton, second square is remaining. For this, what we will do? We will see. Now we will write Newton. Newton is called force. Force is equal to what in the sense? Mass into acceleration. New force is Newton, mass is kilogram, acceleration is meter per second square. So Newton is nothing but kilogram meter per second square. So not that we will write it. So Newton, this Newton is nothing but what? Kilogram meter per second square. Now what are the units get cancelled? That you see that now this per second square and second square get cancelled. Kilogram get cancelled. So what is the remaining? Meter is remaining. Therefore, the unit of Rydberg's constant is per meter. Unit of Rydberg's constant is what? Per meter. So remember that Rydberg's constant RH is equal to what is the formula? 2 pi square m k square e power 4 by ch cube. For this, if you substitute the values, you are getting 1.1 into 10 to the power of 7 per meter. So Rydberg's constant value 1.1 into 10 to the power of 7 per meter, we can say. In CGS system, in textbooks, how it will be given in the sense 109678 per centimeter will be given in CGS system. In CGS system, it is in SI system. Okay, so Rydberg's constant value we have given. So now let us rewrite this equation as 1 by lambda is equal to Rydberg's constant into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. You may be asking that is z also a constant? No. For a particular species, is z also a constant? No. Yes. If a species is given, we can say z value, because this is the formula for which case means it is a formula for hydrogen and hydrogen like species. Hydrogen like species means they are having different atomic numbers, so that only we did not substitute atomic number depending upon the species. We have to substitute atomic number, we have to substitute. So now we will take this formula. This formula we will take. What is this formula? Means 1 by lambda is equal to Rydberg's constant for hydrogen. H means hydrogen, R means Rydberg's constant, H means hydrogen. So RH means Rydberg's constant for hydrogen into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. It is the formula for calculating this wavelength. Here RH is called constant value. Rydberg's constant for hydrogen, it is constant value. Z is called atomic number for which species. If a species is mentioned, then we can say Z. Suppose hydrogen is mentioned means Z is equal to 1, He plus is mentioned means Z is equal to 2, Be3 plus is mentioned means Z is equal to 4, Z is equal to 4, like this we can write. So this Z value depends on the species. Z value depends on the species. What is N1 and N2? N1 is called remember that lower level. N1 is called what means lower level. N2 is called what means higher level. N2 is called what means higher level. So remember that N1 is called lower level. N1 is what? Lower level. N2 is what? Higher level. So N1 is called, we can say lower level, we can say N2, we can say that higher level, we can say. Now, by substituting this lower level N1 and higher level N2, we can find wavelength. So, to substitute this lower level and higher level, Niels Bohr gives what is the value for N1 and what is the value for N2. Niels Bohr gives. Niels Bohr gives the value for N1 and the value for N2 set, for which we will take hydrogen spectrum. In the hydrogen spectrum, what is the series is there? One series is called the Lyman series. For Lyman series, if we want to get spectral line in Lyman series, then electron should come from where to where, that we'll see. Now we want to get spectral line in Lyman series. Okay, so to get spectral line, in Lyman series, to get spectral line in Lyman series, electron should jump from higher energy level to first level. First level means n is equal to 1. If electron jumps from higher energy level to first level, then the emitted radiation will come under spectral line in Lyman series. Okay, if electron jumps from higher energy level to first level, then the emitted radiation gives spectral line in Lyman series. It is the condition. It is the Niels Bohr point. This point we have to consider in order to substitute this N1 value. To substitute this N1 value, Niels Bohr giving the Niels Bohr giving the points. What is the N1 value? To substitute N1 value, Niels Bohr giving the some points. As per those points only we have to substitute this N1 value. So as per Niels Bohr point, what Niels Bohr considers, you see that Niels Bohr considering Lyman series. Lyman series means that is the spectral lines present in ultraviolet region in hydrogen spectrum. Lyman series means what? That is the spectral lines present in ultraviolet region of hydrogen spectrum. So now if electron jumps from higher energy level to first level, then it is emitting radiation. That radiation contains quantum. That quantum gives spectral line in which region means ultraviolet region. In ultraviolet region. Okay, so understand that to get Lyman series, we have to get Lyman series, electron should jump from higher energy level to first level for emission spectrum. Now you say, what is the N1 for Lyman series? What is the N1 for Lyman series? What is the N1 value? N1 means lower level. What is the lower level value for a Lyman series? N1 means lower level orbit, lower level circular path. So for Lyman series, what is the N1 value, do you say? For a Lyman series, what is the N1 value? Sir, now now hydrogen spectrum. Sir, now hydrogen spectrum contains what are the spectral lines? Hydrogen spectrum contains what are the series? Hydrogen spectrum contains, one is called Lyman series, next one is Balmer series, next one is Paschen series, next bracket series, and Fund series. These are the series present in hydrogen spectrum. What is Lyman series? Lyman series means spectral lines present at where? In the ultraviolet region. In which one? In hydrogen spectrum. So Lyman series contains spectral lines. Why you are getting spectral lines in hydrogen spectrum? Because hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. Due to that radiation, we got spectral lines. Hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. Due to that, we got spectral lines. Why hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation? Because of finally de-excitation. De-excitation means what? Electrons present in higher energy level jumps to lower energy level. Electrons present in higher energy level jumps to lower energy level while they are emitting energy. That emitted radiation gives spectral lines in hydrogen spectrum. Sir, now we are saying that hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. Okay, hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. Hydrogen lamp is emitting radiation. Due to that, we are getting hydrogen spectrum. Due to that, we are getting hydrogen spectrum. Why hydrogen lamp emits radiation? Because of de-excitation. Because of de-excitation. De-excitation means what? Electron present in higher energy level jumps to lower energy level, while electron emits radiation. Because of this radiation, we got hydrogen spectrum. Yes or no? Now, this higher energy level can be any value, but lower energy level should be 1. That means first orbit. Lower energy level should be first orbit. Then this emitted radiation gives spectral line in hydrogen spectrum. This spectral line will be in ultraviolet region. This spectral line comes under which series? Means Lyman series. Now see, in the hydrogen spectrum, many spectral lines are there. In the ultraviolet region also, many spectral lines are there. Those lines observed and studied by Lyman. Therefore, that series of spectral lines is called Lyman series. That series of spectral lines is called what we are saying? Lyman series we are saying. To get Lyman series, to get spectral line in ultraviolet region, in what manner electron should go for de-excitation, that is explained by Niels Bohr. What Niels Bohr says means electrons, when electron jumps from higher energy level, that means he considers higher energy level. Higher energy level can be any value, but they should come to lower energy level. Lower energy level should be first orbit, first circular path. Lower energy level means first circular path. When electron jump from any value of higher energy level to first orbit, first circular path, while the emitted radiation